Peace and blessings. I am Regina. Welcome to Diva G's Reborn. Thank you so much for joining in on today. We are here with our baby Canon. We completed his veining. We did some additional work around his eyes, adding some capillaries, some additional eyelid purple. So he is coming along quite nicely. Now I ordered some Flesh '01, thinking that it would be darker than the burnt umber that I use. However, when I look at it, I don't know, it kind of looks gray as opposed to a skin tone. I'm going to kind of show you the two side by side. I'm stirring up the burnt umber. Um, Now, I don't know, maybe because the burnt umber that I have, I put a small amount of black in it. This is the burnt umber. This is the Flesh '01. My burnt umber looks darker than the Flesh '01. And I did put a little bit of black in the Flesh '01, but it didn't do much of anything. So I wanted to try that on our baby Canon. However, I don't know. I'm going to put another drop or so in. Um, but I don't know. It's just not giving what I would like it to give. It's giving more gray than a dark skin tone color. Um, and I don't want my baby to look as though, he's ill. Because if the color, if this will make him look gray, then that's not good. That won't be good. I don't know. Maybe I'll play with it a little bit more because I did put some black in it before. It didn't really do much of anything. I put a slight bit of blue in there. It didn't do much of anything. I put a little bit of burnt umber in there. It really didn't do much of anything either. So I think what we will do is we will stick with our tried and true colors, the burnt umber that I created, and the nutmeg and the brown, the medium brown. We will go over slightly around our baby Canon's face with a bit of the medium brown. I think that's a color that we can continue going around his face with. Um, to just slowly build up some coloring around him. So this is our brown, our medium brown. It's actually more of a custom brown that, I mixed. Um, and I did share a bit of that on camera, um, how I mixed it. So I'm just going to kind of go around a little bit of his face because I want to create, that bit of a blend going down. But the closer we get to his face, the mid face, the lighter the color will be. So we're just slowly building color around. Um, he seems like he wants to be a lighter skinned baby. I don't know. He just seems like that's what he wants, but we're going to continue to work on our baby Canon and see what he's telling us because I want to follow what he says so that we will have a beautiful, beautiful baby. that we will have a beautiful baby. I don't do a one, two, three kind of formula. All of my babies are individual. They may have a slightly similar complexion, but they're all different. Um, and I like that. I don't have, like I said, a one, two, three, okay, boom. This is the formula. I have where you can follow certain steps. However, there isn't just a one, two, three formula. I'm going around his ears and getting any pooling that might be behind his ears out. Okay, I'm going to go with uh, my, I have no clue where my other brush fell and it went. I don't know if your home is anything like my home. Sometimes I feel like my entire home is a dryer, meaning, you know how you can put socks in the dry, a pair of socks, and when it's all done, you can only find one? Well, sometimes I feel that way about different things in my house. At one point, I was thinking that there was some type of what is it, vortex, where things would just absolutely disappear. So, yeah, we're gonna go around around and inside his ears with this same color. We do have some of that eyelid purple going around inside as well. Now, I did go through my storage and everything on my laptop, so hopefully it will not disrespect me and just shut off in the middle of, this video. The interesting thing about it is that it will, it doesn't even give me like a warning. All of a sudden, it's recording and then click, it goes off. So I have to take the advice that I gave to another reborn artist about being diligent in emptying the recycle bin and all of that, and so on and so forth, and deleting different things that are unnecessary. I have to take my own my own advice so that I can have the videos as I would desire them to go up. Yeah, so that's something that I am definitely working on. So, yes, that's something. I feel like when I'm pouncing that it's so aggressive. Ah, I feel like it's aggressive, but I'm not being aggressive, but it feels like it. Okay. So, you see what I mean? He feels like he wants to be, like he doesn't want to go darker, like he wants to go light. Um, I don't know. Like I said, we're going to listen to him and see what he says, continues to say, and just kind of go with that. Because at the end of the day, we want the kit to speak to us and for us to have a lovely, lovely reborn. That's what we want. So, yeah, that's what we want. It seems like when I'm recording during the daytime, the landscapers for different there's always one going. There's always one going. I don't know if you can hear it in the background or not, but it's always seems to be somebody getting their property manicured. Yeah. I'm not hating on it because, we do what we have to do with our property. It's just that it's so funny that when I'm recording, it seems like they're out there, so yeah, that's just a little something. It's interesting though that Flesh '01, that is from Ultimate Fusion, and I thought it would be darker. However, it isn't. Maybe that's why sometimes you hear artists say when you use those flesh tones, they're not that good. Maybe that's the reason. Um, but I will find something to use it for, even if it's just for creasing. I will try to darken it up though. I will, but to darken it up, I'll have to play with the primary colors. I'll play with some of the primary colors and see if they will help to darken it up, because the primary colors can get you any shade, any color that you want, pretty much. You can get any color, but the whole point in me purchasing it was so that I would not have to mix. I thought that I would be able to just go with that straight and that it would be good. However, I don't know, I might be finding out that it's not. Now, the interesting thing, what we did with our baby Canon, we did 2 layers of our foundation color, and then we went in with the burnt umber. Normally, I do the medium brown, and then I may do the burnt umber. But this time I did it in reverse because why? Art is, you know, um, you can do things differently each time if you desire. So that might be why he is coming off a little bit more red. Um, so we're going to continue to work with him, but he's coming off quite fair. Like he really wants to be fair. You see? Like he really wants to be fair. I don't know. Interesting. Wow. I'm going to continue to work with him, and I'm going to go as far as he tells me to go. If he tells me darker, then I'll go darker. If he says, okay, enough is enough, then we will stop there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Because depending on his skin tone, where he tells me to stop, he's going to end up being the lightest baby that I have. That I'm creating. Whereas my Alia Nagosi, she's kind of fair. She has the beginnings of what the artist said, traces of vitiligo. If you look at the video of her early on my channel, we go into the story of that. And yeah, so we do go into that story. Now, Canon, he just seems like he wants to be, I don't know, like he wants to be fair. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Because we melanated people come in all shades of the rainbow, going from albinism all the way to the richest, deepest chocolate that you could imagine. So scrumptious. Each and every color we have in our DNA, which is glorious, is wonderful. Not saying anything against you know, anyone, Caucasian or anything. I'm just saying, about um, our baby Canon. And I'm just saying like the differences. What he's telling me, it's so funny because he's acting like you're not going to be working on me that long because I don't feel like it. But he is pretty. He is coming out his skin tone is very nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at it because you can see from the flange to his skin, you can see that there is something going on. You can see it, but I guess because I'm looking at our baby Kato. So when I'm looking at baby Kato, it looks almost like, well, nothing's going on with baby Cannon. Um, oh, I'm sorry. That's not Kato. This is Honey. This is Honey. I'm sorry. I said baby Kato. Um, so I don't know. We're gonna see where we're gonna get with our young man here. I'm going to do this leg on camera, then I'll do the rest off camera, the other limbs off camera, and I will come back and we'll do the belly plate together. How does that sound? This way we can maximize what we have as far as video time and storage time and all of that good stuff like that. So we can do that. We can do that. I missed my other brush. I don't know. It may have fallen into the garbage that I have under my desk here because I have a garbage kind of like on one side, and then I have some shelves, and I have kits and different things. So I'm wondering, did it fall inside the garbage? And when I put the trash out, did I, toss it as well? Um, if I did, it's okay because I actually had ordered some more of the Wet and Wild brushes because I really like the way they function. I really like that. So I did order some more, but they seem like they're on they said the delivery was going to be uh like almost like 2 weeks or a week or something. So, and I felt, okay, fine, no problem. That's just fine, not a big deal. However, that was before I, I lost my brush, you know, because I have tons of brushes, don't get me wrong. However, um, not every brush functions the same way. And these Wet and Wild brushes, these are really like the truth. These little inexpensive brushes, I picked them up off of Amazon. I think there was something like 95 cents a piece, something like that. And I love them. Like, yeah, that's why I ordered some more. And they did not have the 2 day available, the 1 2 day delivery available. So what they had was like the like I said, like something like a week away or whatever. And I was cool with that. And but now since I've misplaced this brush, um I'm kind of like, oh, please hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I guess if I was to actually go to the beauty supply stores, I might be able to find the brush in person. But you know, that that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. And it's so much easier to just sit there and go click, 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 and then it shows up at your door. I have always enjoyed shopping online, even before it became the thing. Long before Amazon, long before, any of the, I used to get, if you remember, the J.C. Penney's catalogs and all of these other catalogs that would come, and you could look at them and you could order if you wanted, or you could, and it would be delivered to your home, or you could order it and pick it up at the store. Well, I used to shop like that and have it come to my home all the time, long before um, Amazon, long before. So I have always been one that enjoyed the convenience of having something come to my door. Um, so, yeah, so that's the thing. So I'm hoping that these brushes will hurry, 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 because sometimes Amazon will say something is going to come, at a far off time, and the next thing you know, it's coming sooner, which is great, you know, which is great. That happens more often than not. So, so we're going to do the other limbs off camera, and I will be back with the belly plate. Okay, we're back. I just want to show you the original baby Canon. Remember I told you that this is a Realborn kit. And you see how fair um, he is? So I don't know. For some reason, my baby is seeming like he wants to still come out almost like that. Even with the layers of paint. Well, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what our baby Canon will do. Let me see if I can. Let me see, because that was the artist's interpretation, but I want to show you the actual real baby, because they do put the real baby on. Okay, that's the real baby, and you see he's fair. He's even fair because he has even the color of his hair. He's very fair. So I don't know. For some reason, baby Cannon that I'm working on seemingly wants to be fair. Okay, so we're gonna see what's gonna go on with him. I'm gonna try to move this out the way because I do want to work on. I want to work on the belly plate, and working on the belly plate, I think I would like to do it on the stand. Um, yeah, I think I want to do it like this. Um, I should have put my brushes on this side because I'm right-handed. Okay, let's try to see. Bear with me. I didn't think this all the way through, but it's okay. It's all right. As long as the paint is okay, we're good. We're good. A little bit on my hand, but that's okay. So here is our belly plate. Okay, we see the veining. We see the outline of the areola, the belly button, all of the anatomical, everything is here that we need to have here. Okay? Let's see if I can angle it a little bit. Oh, goodness. I want to get flagged. Okay. Okay, we'll turn it. So, I'm going to go over the belly plate with this medium brown, paying attention to the tip top that goes around the shoulders because it's really easy to overlook that. And then it looks unfinished. So we also want to make sure that we're going, you can see I'm going on the inside. Um, Even if I don't do the whole entire kit with all of the layers of color all underneath, at least we do want to have some bit of coloring there so that the kit, it doesn't look like, oh, we just only worked on the top of the kit. So I am kind of working on the sides uh, of the kit, which may be backwards, I don't know, but that's what I'm doing. Um, and it might be backwards, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so now I want to pounce the top here where we went because it's kind of hard to hold the kit, the belly plate in your hand and paint and pounce because of the shape that it is, and then trying to be in camera, but yet again not in camera, um, is a little bit challenging. So I figure maybe doing it this way might work. Um, we're gonna find out. So yeah, we have to see. Okay. Alrighty then. So now we're gonna go across our belly plate here. And we're gonna go around the areolas. We're gonna keep that color there, that eyelid purple that we have there. We're gonna keep that there. And we're just gonna go everywhere else pretty much. But even the belly button, we want to keep the eyelid purple because we highlighted it with that. But we went around with the eyelid purple to kind of give it some dimension to have that coloring, that it has some color. Anyone watching painted a belly plate or a torso or anything? And what were your thoughts about it? I know some people absolutely don't like doing it, and some people are eager to do it because you're striving to create that realism. Because this is a kit that is anatomically correct, so trying to create their realism will be fun and interesting because although I have twin sons, my sons are way grown, very grown. So I don't remember what they looked like at this age. So, and I am not going to try to Google anything like that. Um, I don't know, maybe I can look in some of my old nursing books, my some of my old anatomy books. It might have it in the pediatric section, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll just kind of go with just making, the colors from what I can remember when my children were babies. Oh, I really do miss my brush. Ay, 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 I gotta find that brush. Yikes. I must have thrown it away. Has it ever happened to you that you've misplaced something, you thought you knew exactly where you misplaced it, and then years or weeks later, it turns up in a totally different location than where you thought that you had misplaced it? I mean, that has happened to me a few times, which is why I say that I think my home is like a vortex or something because um, things like that happen. Or is it just that I am not remembering it, correctly as to where I last had whatever the item was? I'm really trying to blend this nice and evenly. Going around the areas. Okay. So our belly plate looks, I think it's looking nice. I think I'm going to work on the genitalia because I know I want the scrotum to be darker. At least that's what I thought when I thought he was going to be darker. But now, since he's acting like he might want to be light, then the scrotum won't be dark. It will be more of a reddish. So, um, maybe what I'll do is I'll just kind of leave this for now. I won't do anything. Um, maybe I'll just put one one coat on this color here and just kind of, I don't know, because he's acting like he doesn't want to, he's acting like he wants to stay a little bit fairer or lighter in complexion than this is trying to do this and not be completely on camera with it. It's challenging, but we're doing it. We're getting it done. We're getting it done. We're getting it. I'm just kind of pouncing off. It's like extra paint. I guess because I couldn't completely see what I was doing because of the angle. Um, I think he looks good. Okay. Okay, I think he looks good. So we're gonna go one more layer on his head, going toward his face with this color. And after this color, we may go ahead with the um, burnt umber just to see if he wants to be a little bit darker or nah. We'll see. We're just gonna go with this medium brown and see what he tells us. I'm just going with that. Let's see what he says. Now, if he decides he wants to be light, he will be getting the light blonde hair, the golden blonde hair. Yes, 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 yes. He will be getting that if he decides he wants to be light. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. If he does, I won't be mad at him because he has an opinion. I mean, it's him after all. So, depends on what he says. I mean, I'm doing the same things I've done with the other kits. You know, I primed it and I put the colors on and everything. So, if he's saying a particular thing. Now, the thing about it is, this kit, the color didn't seem to be any different than any of the other vinyls that I've been working with from Bountiful Baby. Now, he was in production all the way back in his original was in just a year because a year is on here. Um, hmm, 20 is it 19? I think that says 2019. So he's been around and he may have, you know, been sold out for a while and they may have brought him back. I don't know. But that does happen with Bountiful Baby as well. The kits, they get sold out and then they'll bring them back. Like I was saying on one of my other videos about Johanna, um, I had called about Johanna and because she wasn't anywhere on the site, it was just in writing. They just had like a little, blurb about her. And, when a kid is um, out of stock or whatever, discontinued, it's kind of like that. Um, but I called, as they say, closed mouth don't get fed, right? So I called and I asked the question. I spoke directly with um, one of the Bountiful Baby employees and I asked, would the kit be coming back? Was it, discontinued or what have you? And they said, no, it's not discontinued. I said, so it might be coming back. They said, well, yeah, there's a chance. And lo and behold, about 2, 3 weeks later, I see where they have Johanna not listed for sale, but they have her listed as sold out, which to me is, you know, better than it only being a blurb in writing. Because they, for the ones that are gone completely, they'll have a write or something written up, some kind of almost like a I don't want to say a biography, but something like that. And so they'll have that, and then you won't. The kit doesn't necessarily come back. But Johanna, many of their kits are very popular. They have a lot of very popular kits. Johanna is a popular kit, and I would like to have the opportunity to paint her. Now, she is a 19-inch, and which means that she would come off as a small newborn. That's how she would look, like a small newborn, because Canon is a 20-inch, and you can kind of see the size that he is, and she would be an inch shorter, you know. So, that would be her. Now here is our baby Canon. You see what I mean? It's like it's kind of like he's saying, I don't know. I might just want to stay like I am, you know. So I don't know. We're gonna continue working on our baby Canon, and see where it is that he takes us. Because that's the thing. It just depends on where he. Ooh, that's too much paint. Too much paint, Regina. Too much paint. Let's push that up and around. Push that up and around. Go this way. Take some off. Okay, great. Okay. So he may, I have to listen to what he's saying. If he's saying to kind of stop, then, I'll listen because, like I said before, it's him. And he has to be pleased, so to speak, right? Uh, Talking about an inanimate object as though it has feelings. Ah, that's funny. But um, but no, in all actuality, the kits, in a sense, they do guide you as to what, where they want you to go. And you kind of have to be in tune to listen to the kit, what it's telling you. And sometimes, if you're not listening, um, you may have to kind of go over and do something again, or, what have you. At least that's what I think, but I mean, because the only thing I did different with him is I went in right after the foundation layer with the burnt umber, which has that little bit of a red undertone. And then I went with the medium brown, whereas usually I'll do the foundation layers and then I'll do the medium brown and then I may go with the burnt umber. So that's the only thing. The or that I use the same paints, but I did it in a different order. So you know that may have made the difference. Now we have to do his ears because I went around, but I did not do his ears this time. And we do need to do his ears. I was trying to clean up the puddle that I made over here. Okay, so we are at nearly an hour. So I'm going to ask that you would like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me because you could be anywhere else. And I'm grateful. I'm truly, truly grateful that you are here and that you are enjoying the videos, that you are liking, commenting, and subscribing. I do read and respond to your comments. And again, thank you so very much. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Peace and blessings.